So what do the three firearms in front of me on the table here have in common? Well, they're all 9mm, fair enough. They also all have the same operating system, blowback, and more unique and more important though, they all use the same exact magazine. Patterned after the CZ Scorpion magazine right here. This happens to be one sold by PSA for the AKV, which is right here. You have your CZ Scorpion, AKV, and the newcomer to the table, the PSA ARV.
Whoa, very nice.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So, Palmetto State Armory ARV 9mm blowback 10.5-inch barrel pistol. Had this in for the better part of the past year. Got it right before Christmas of last year. And been doing a lot of comparisons with things like the AKV and the CZ Scorpion, which this works so well with because of the magazines that come with it. You can kind of switch them up for CZ Scorpion mags, OG CZ Scorpion mags, aftermarket mags for the CZ Scorpion, and of course the AKV magazines. So I put a lot of rounds through this ARV over the past months here, and honestly it's run great. I haven't had any issues really. It's very accurate, very easy to shoot. Comparing to the AKV or the CZ Scorpion, I really think it just feels totally different. It's more of an AR platform compared to those other two, which are very unique. One's more of an AK and one's more a Scorpion as we know it. So this is very much like an AR, and we'll get a close-up here on all the parts. But let me show you real quick, run through the mags here and show you kind of the fitment, how they run, if there's any issues, because I haven't had any issues yet, but might as well do some more testing while we're at it. So up first, mag pull, CZ Scorpion mags. These were designed for the Scorpion, but they fit just fine in the ARV, and they click in, don't really have to hit it very much or anything. And they load just fine as well. This is the AT3 Tactical RCO red dot with a circle dot reticle. It's a thumper. 20 round mags, CZ Scorpion. These are probably a little tight. Sometimes they're real tight with the AKV as well. But load just fine. Oh yeah, super accurate. A lot of fun. A little stiff there. Leads me to the next original CZ Scorpion mags. It's probably gonna be about the same tight fit there. You can actually either hit the slide release here, or the bolt release rather, or charging handle. Yank it out there. With the mag release, you can hit it with your pointer finger or with your thumb down here. Manticore arms. These are one of the first ones that came out with the CZ Scorpion with the metal feed lips. Did it load around? Yes. So, blowbacks are barely being held back by a catch there for the actual bolt there. So sometimes if you hit it just the right way, this releases and that bolt flies home. Just something that happens. Oh wow, this is why we do tests. Check this out. Now I know the Manticore arms I haven't had much luck with. They are not my favorite. I only have a couple of them. And this is a very weird malfunction. I can't say if it's the ARV's fault or not, but check this out. I've actually never seen this You see that right there? When it was loading the next round, it pushed the tip almost all the way in. Must have got caught. Could have been a magazine spring. I've had some issues with this in the Season Scorpion. I actually don't run these very much at all. Could be a magazine issue. I haven't had any issues with the ARV until now, but now you saw one on camera. Very weird. But moving on, PSA, AKV mags. These are the ARV's bread and butter. Shouldn't have any issues. Oh yeah. And to show you about that bolt thing. There's no bolt release on this side. This is your bolt release. Slap it. I really prefer the PSA AKV mags for Season Scorpion use, for AKV use. They just run, honestly, they really do. But if I had to also pick maybe a favorite, would be the Magpul. Did a whole review on both these mags, and the Magpul just runs like a Magpul. Just perfect, no issues, just runs. So let's take a closer look at the ARV, show you some of the parts, some of the quirks around it, which you haven't seen already, but some you have. And then we'll keep shooting, wrap up this review. So starting up front here, we have a 10.5 inch barrel, 9mm 1 in 10 twist. What does suck, the thread is not 1/2x28, it's 1/2x36, and I don't have one of those for an adapter for suppressors. I should probably get one, but with everything going on, it's kind of hard to find some parts for things. And I do have a bunch of 1/2x28s for direct thread. You can also get a tri-lug if you're interested in that. They also have their M-LOK rail system right here, made by PSA. And being a blowback, you'll notice there is no gas tube up here. The gas literally just blows back into the heavy bolt, which we'll take a look at here in a second, and it runs it back. It reloads the next round, which gives it a nice thud every time. You can really feel thud, thud. A lot of weight behind those bolts for blowbacks. Moving to the middle here, you have a 9mm beveled blower right there. You can get that in there. Nice and beveled in there, easy for magazine insertion, which is nice to see. Can't complain there. Nice lock up there. Drops free on at least the PSA mags, which is good. Bolt release right here. You ride it backwards, do it one hand here, and you lock the bolt by pushing it up. And then to release, you push down. Nice kind of cuts here, looks good, fire safe, no giggle switch here. The trigger is very nice, it's a PSA trigger. Kind of a mil-spec trigger, honestly. Mil-spec charging handle, Magpul MOE. That's a little more angled than I like to see, but at least you get storage for your M&Ms. Top here, nice amount of rail space there. Set screw in here, screws down here on the rail, make sure this doesn't go anywhere. Flip it over, kind of see continued nice cuts. Really good, almost like billet receiver, looks really nice. There is that bolt in there. Have not cleaned this in the last, whatever it was, 10 months or so. And it's still working great, no issues there. And SPA Tactical SPA3 brace in the back here. This is a brace, buffer tube. Opening this up. Looking inside, very similar to an AR. You can actually drop AR triggers in here. Buffer tube right there. Bolt is very unique, as you've seen, because it is a blowback, so it's not too hot. Very hot out today in the sun. And you can see it literally just blows back. There's no gas key or anything. It's just kind of slab of metal there. There is your bolt face, firing pin. Very heavy compared to other bolts. Nice ARV stamping there. Very quality product, honestly. Can't complain at all about the quality. Put a lot of work into the craftsmanship of this ARV. I even have some nice extended trigger guards, and then the mag release is right here, accessible by thumb or your trigger finger. and they did overall a great job of putting this together. And the best part is a lot of AR parts will be able to easily be swapped onto this. No issues at all. Grips, triggers, safeties, charging handles, you name it, you're good to go there. Even the buffer tube is the same. One thing weird about it is that thread pitch. I think it's kind of odd. They should have done it with 1/2x28. USA M-Lock, Palmetto State Armor right there. I don't know if you guys can read in there, but it says 9mm 1 in 10 twist PSA PCC chamber right in there. Again, high quality stuff here with this ARV. Shoot some more rounds here. Oh yeah, headshots all day. Reloads, very simple. Again, you can either go and push your trigger finger out, shake it out. It does drop free eventually, or I like to just strip it, kind of like an MP5. Strip it out, toss it, grab a fresh mag, and watch for that bolt to come home. It is very heavy, so this little itty bitty bolt catch doesn't seem to handle it very well. Safety, very easy, typical AR safety. No issues there. In terms of how it feels compared to like an AKV or a CZ Scorpion, they feel very similar. It's just a PCC, 9mm, not a lot of recoil. That being said, the only thing you do feel different is really this heavy bolt carrier up top. It just, you can kind of, it just feels different. It's hard to explain. It's an AR with a heavier bolt carrier. So no, not a lot of recoil, probably just as much as a 5.56. But you can definitely feel just the thud, especially when it goes back home. It's not so much when it goes back on the spring, but when the spring pushes it back, it just thuds it. I'm sure you have to have that spring strength in there to really bring it back home on those 9s to eject properly and reload, unless you're running the Manticore arm mags. And honestly, the only thing that's kind of quirky, just kind of that thud, but feels pretty great overall. Very controllable. I think it'd be a great competition gun for PCC. Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. I think this wraps this video up. If you have any questions at all, hit them down in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. Also down in the comments will be links to everything you've seen in this video today. If you're interested, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up. That like button really helps me out. Head over to Instagram, follow me there, like us on Facebook for all the latest and greatest deals on the internet. Like if these go on sale with prices dropping, it's possible. See you guys in the next review.